But if the goal is hypertrophy and is growing and like being healthy and not being out of the gym for a month or two at a time, like this is the way you start training.
I'm here with Eric Janicki. I got his name right for once.
You did.
We're doing a crazy back workout, one you've never seen before. You're gonna learn so much information. Check out this guy's muscle, 270 pounds of muscle. Can I keep up with him? Stay tuned to find out. One and a quarter scoops of hardcore. The guy your size, you can probably use a lot more. Only doing 10 grams. 1 gram of beta alanine for that extra kick endurance. Also 5 grams of creatine. Before that, we're gonna take 3 tablets of Ecti Builder, 3 tablets of GO2 Max, just to have extra endurance, extra cardio, and to help you build muscle.
I'm gonna let you make my concoction for me based on my size.
We have one pre-made.
This is the Janicki special, is what we'll call this.
Never dry scoop.
There we go.
Never dry scoop. Lit it up and shake it.
Lit it up and shake it up.
Yeah, peach mango, it's my favorite flavor of the group.
So we'll take steps on this to start. Let's see. Oh,
That's my favorite flavor.
that's actually delicious.
That's the Ecti Builder, help you build more muscle.
Am I still gonna be able to say I'm natural after taking it?
It's not banned by WADA, however, it's on the watch list, so maybe in the future you won't be able to, but for now, you're still natty.
Okay, no.
3 of those.
Extremely high quality, very thought through. Who knew? Absolutely delicious. But without further ado, we'll see you guys at the gym.
We'll actually see us in the Lambo.
So you can see he's leaning back slightly here, getting a full range of motion and an extra stretch at the top. So he's really going through the full range of motion as much as humanly possible. Stretch out as far as I can here. Slightly.
Squeeze in there, perfect. Slow and steady. Yeah. Open, drive, squeeze. Milk that stretch, milk it, and then bring it. Good, 3. Go one more with that slow tempo, and then let's fire through some failure reps. Good, now fire through 5 to 6 fast reps. 1. 2. Let's go. 3. Give me 3 more. 2 more. Last one. There it is. Good shot. Really nice. Just to prove that you can lift weight with control, but we're gonna do nice controlled V-grip rows. So I'm not saying that there's never a time or a place to like kind of lift heavier, but it's always like within that modality of like control. So I've taken the time to like go lighter and build up my form with lighter weights so that I can now lift heavier, still like focusing on that form, even though I have a stack on here, about 300 pounds.
So basically, fairly strict at the start, and then at the end, do a bit of the quicker reps, like just like we did in the other sets.
Exactly.
So how much rest do you do between sets? Because you're doing the right arm and then the left arm. Then you take like a 2-minute break? Or
60 to 90. The rest time should be basically predicated on the movement pattern being performed. So this one I could probably get away with since I'm doing one arm and the other. It's not quite as taxing as a dual row like the one in there. I'd probably get away with doing right arm, left arm, and then about a 60 to 90 second rest, and then popping back in.
Yeah, and how hard you push yourself is going to depend too. Like if you go to absolute failure and beyond, you need to rest longer than if you kept 2 reps in reserve because you're just not needing as much recovery.
Lat engagement, even here, see how I flare out? Yeah. I get that big engagement to the lat before driving in. All right.
Pull in, squeeze, and then reach out.
Yeah, and reach for it.
Stretch.
There you go. Last one. Yeah.
And so by using strict control,
doing a lot of reps and then doing that quicker tempo or increasing the time of retention.
Correct.
Forcing the muscle to grow.
A 10 out of 10 back workout. I highly suggest you check out his channel, give him a follow. Great workout. We are about to train chest for our next workout.
The biggest cues I have for people is going to be shoulders down and back and squeezing through. See, I almost push the elbows in at the end of my rep to get that little bit of extra chest in, and then slow on that eccentric. You're going to get a lot of that work in that eccentric portion, that big stretch to back, keep that tissue nice and long and healthy. Drive out, squeeze. The reason I like to use that big range of motion, I don't have to use as much weight because already on this machine in my first set, I'm already at 225. Like inevitably, it's going to be a lot more tax on my joints if I go short range of motion fast. And even that one rep, I felt a ton of triceps. So I'd rather use more range of motion and not have to go quite as heavy because I could probably pretty easily stack out this machine if I was doing more explosive reps. If I was going to be put more tax on my front delt, my shoulder, my elbow joint.
So this is the height I usually use it. Do you think it's proper? This is where I usually
I
go.
like that. That's perfect.
So I put the seat up
The
one notch from your
thing I'm
height.
looking for is at the bottom of the rep, your shoulders aren't shrugging. If it was so high up, your elbows are here, and the shoulders are elevated, then you need to raise the seat.
Now, what if somebody was to say, I really want to target my upper chest, I feel like I have good lower chest. Could they put the seat down and have it pushing up more for targeting the upper chest, or do you think
You're
it's not
probably
smart to do?
inevitably
You focus on this?
You're inevitably probably going to push more with your front delts and triceps in this modality,
Yeah.
unless you have really good mind-muscle connection.
Which most people don't.
Which most people don't. So I would recommend driving through at that proper position at the end of the rep, really focusing on pushing those almost elbows towards each other, and that's when you can almost see it right here. That's when you're going to get that contraction all the way through that upper chest. All right. Yeah. Squeeze. In the middle of the rep, I almost want you to see, like, almost push the elbows in towards each other. There you go.
So you want me to tuck in my elbows?
So you can actually, there you go, stretch, push in at the top. So almost like rotate elbows in. Just at the end, this is the very end of the rep.
More like that?
So other way.
Like this?
There you
Okay.
go, yeah. Three more. Two more. Last one.
That is a long set. At the last 6 reps, I was already done, really. And then it's just like, all you feel is the blood burning. The trick at home is to go slower than last time. So I think almost everyone is going to rush through it.
100%.
Because I lift usually quite strict, like I'm pretty of a slow lifter. That's even slower than when I usually do it. Most people are going to want to stack the weight up and impress people. Be like, let's put the stack on. As soon as they meet another YouTuber, they're like, let's see who can lift the most. They use the stack and then you get hurt.
Yep, 100%. You have to like take yourself out of that. I work out at zoo culture, so I see it all. Like people with 6-7 plates on the squat rack, people with 14 plates on the leg press. You just have to like run your own race, take yourself, step back, and be like, all right, I don't need to do that. It's not my goal right now. Yeah, of course you want to like lift the most weight, but if the goal is hypertrophy and is growing and like being healthy and not being out of the gym for a month or 2 at a time, like this is the way you need to start training.
Even though that was crazy hard, the set was a minute long. And I mean, you're only using partials or even at all at the end of the set anyway. So
Yeah.
it's not like some people that just ego lift.
Yeah, so it's more about crazy mind-muscle connection and burn.
Yeah.
Almost close my eyes on the last set to really get that.
Another great thing to notice, once you've built the muscle, it's easier to keep it.
Yeah.
Like I'm old, I'm 47 now, and I've trained my whole life hard, like since I was 10. So now that I'm training, I don't have to do near as much as I did to get here, just to keep what I have.
So I don't want you to turn these into a press. Keep the hands here.
Okay.
You can even turn them into a V to get even more inner chest engagement. Yeah, you feel that?
Pinkies in, okay.
Yeah, pinkies.
So mainly just stretch as far as I can here, get that stretch.
Dig in.
Pinkies in together here.
Crazy amount of chest. You're probably insane in the middle of these reps. I wish you could see it. You'll see it in the video.
Oh. I only got 40 pounds, he had 90, but I feel it a lot.
So I would squeeze in the middle and then a little slower from the very middle of the rep. That's where you're gonna get the most chest, right there. Yep, and then milk that stretch. I wish you did. You're gonna see this video and be like, oh, that's crazy.
Burn it.
Last one. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah.
I'm dead. I don't think I need to do anything else. Like 2 sets,
That's it.
that I could call it a day. Now, we could, obviously this can go all the way to the bottom versus all the way to the top. Do you recommend ever going from down? Like you could do that same motion and almost like push up. Would you feel a big difference from pushing down versus pulling up?
Yeah, I mean, inevitably, the lower you go, the more you're gonna get front delt engagement because it's almost like a front raise just as much as it's an upright fly. I find this to be a very good way to keep the movement pattern in the chest because the leverage is so good that you can still get that really great upper chest pump without getting as much incorporation of the front delt. And I want you to kind of bend the elbows as you come back. So bend, see how you're keeping the arms almost straight, bend the elbows.
So more like this?
Yeah. So it's almost a
So
hybrid.
straight arms out here, bend the elbows as you go back, stretch here.
Yeah, it's almost like a hybrid between a press and a fly.
I definitely feel a major squeeze when I get from here to here. It's stretching the pecs a lot.
That's what we want.
I mean, if it's too hard, you don't like it, you're not going to train as hard. So you have to like the kind of training that you're doing. If you like training heavy, doing sets of 5 for powerlifting, you start doing sets of 20, you're going to give up. It won't keep happening.
And consistency is more, I think, more important. Like just making it in and showing up, doing the reps and being active. A lot of times supersedes the exact modality of what you're doing. So arch back here. Now flatten the back against the bench and look it in with your, yeah, there you go, look it in, yeah. Then back around, then arch again as you come around, and then up.
The break, and then the torture.
Yep, let's go at least 2 more. Yeah, look it in, back around, up. Yep. Come on, come on, come on, come on, finish it, last rep. Hell yeah.
Oh my goodness. I love it. I would say that I would do my normal sets that I do, like say maybe a bit heavier, 10 reps, 12 reps, and then finish off with something like this so you get that complete pump at the end.
What I'll say is start doing that and then start to creep that back towards the first set. So maybe if like you do 4 sets, you do this on the last one, start doing 2 and 2. I guarantee you're gonna get addicted to training like this.
Yeah.
And then you'll stop training the other way.
Especially if you're increasing flexibility, getting more athletic as you get older. So I'm not a bodybuilder anymore per se. I just want to keep my look the way it is.
I've trained with people that have said the same thing as you. It's like, oh, I couldn't do it all the time. And now fast forward like 2 years, they're like, literally, I can't train any other way than the way you taught me because I just love it so much. Like, it feels so good. Yeah. And they'll start like you, where they'll do it like, nah, I'll do that once a week. And then they're like, oh, well, maybe I'll do it for 1 set a day. And then they start doing it for like 2 sets out of their 4. And all of a sudden they're just doing it for everything because they're just like, everything's so open up. The pumps are crazy. The mind muscle.
Yeah, like it's still like mega pump.